The latest grades for Oklahoma public schools have been released, but schools, parents, and taxpayers are being told they don't really mean anything. In approving release of the latest A through F report card, the State Board of Education and the state superintendent had to admit, after years of trying to make the system work, it is still producing inaccurate, misleading grades.
In December of 2013, the State Board of Education made changes to its year-old A through F school grading system to try and improve it. Then, State Superintendent Janet Barisi was convinced it was fixed.
This school report gives everyone a clear and understandable grade on how our students are doing. And it is related to academics. And again, we urge parents to get together with their superintendents and to focus on the children. This isn't about adults and about how adults feel. This is about students.
The newest A through F report cards have now been released, and the current State Superintendent of Public Instruction minced no words on how badly the assessment program works.
We have more of a carnival funhouse wavy mirror that is distorted. It is not meaningful. It is not useful. It is simply confusing.
Superintendent Joy Hoffmeister says the current report cards simply cannot be trusted to deliver a meaningful and accurate accounting of an individual school's performance.
And that's my concern, that we continue down a path of wasting millions and we don't have change or progress happening.
The State Department of Education estimates that the cost of the assessment program runs about $1 million a year, and the state has spent around $4 million on what was billed as a reform in education.
And that doesn't even count the cost in 500 school districts, let alone 1,800 school sites, to adhere to this.
This year's report cards show more schools ended up in the middle with fewer A's and fewer F's.
It's 212 A school sites, 497 B sites, 536 C sites, 333 D's, and 183 F's.
Matt Holder is Chief Operations Officer for the State Department of Education. He says the current report cards are largely based on test scores.
Complex system of an education school district is enormous, and I think there's many areas that are not graded by a test score that can be improved upon.
Even school board members expressed concern over issuing the report cards.
If you are convinced, and you are, that this is not right, then we need to do something to mitigate the meaning of it until we get it right.
Superintendent Hoffmeister agreed that the report cards need to carry with them some sort of disclaimer about their accuracy and, more importantly, what the state is doing to fix the problem once and for all.
I think we're working diligently with our OU and OSU researchers to get a system that can give our school districts a accountability measure that we can actually look at and improve each one of our school sites.
A new report from researchers at OU and OSU is expected by December. By the end of that month, the Education Department is supposed to issue its own report to the legislature and governor on what it plans to do to make the A through F report cards believable, reliable, and of value to educators to improve their schools.
We need a strong accountability system that is going to really focus on higher outcomes for kids. That's what this should be about.
The state school board also got new information on how severe the state's growing teacher shortage has become. 842 emergency teaching certificates have already been issued for the current school year.
77 additional emergency certifications requested for the month of October. This is truly historic numbers. We'll likely approach 1,000 by the time this year ends.
Superintendent Hoffmeister says the state is still 1,000 teachers short, which means some classrooms have grown to 40 students. Others have substitute teachers who rotate in and out of the classroom, while others have no teacher at all. Some classes have been canceled and school buildings closed.